I've always appreciated in your music your placement and your mixes. Now, in writing and doing your instrument placement, you're able to put like a lot of moving parts, but they don't get in the way of each other. They're all able to speak and have their part, and like the little drive tones that you use, like in Forget Me Nots, there's like a dink, 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 and at the end of that symbol, at the end of that musical sentence, there's two claps at the end. Just, and then the hi-hat opens. Like, can you talk a little bit about placement?
Well, first of all, let me just say that I'm really astounded and very happy that you noticed. Because some people hear it and they like it and they understand it, but they don't analyze, they don't take it further and say, wow, why is that working for me? So kudos to you for seeing that and hearing that.
Thank you.
I think that the placement, when you're talking about recordings in and of itself, that's an art, to be able to take the music that's being played and then to put it into a context that people will be able to hear it over and over and over and over again. And I always like to have the things that I do, and we're very, very conscientious about the sounds, the way we approach it, the way we play it, the quality of the sound. I don't want your ears to fatigue because it doesn't sound good. I want you to find something in it when you listen to it the 50,000th time. I want you to find that same joy in it that you had when you heard it the first time. And sometimes that's through discovery of little things that hook up and that work. And you have to have space for those things. If there's one thing that I think I would make in terms of constructive criticism, hopefully, but a constructive thing is that, we don't spend enough time now with the art of recording and placement and where things should go. The way you hear something on a recording is usually kind of a false environment anyway. When you go somewhere and you hear something live, you got your ears on both sides of your head. You have the ability to turn your neck. You can watch with your eyes, and you can see what's going on the left, what's going on the right, what's hooking up together, and your mind and your consciousness about what the moment is allows you to filter and to put into place certain things louder than others, certain things more pronounced that you should be listening to. It puts all of context around it. A recording, unless it's recorded very well, and unless that consciousness is part of what drives, the recording in terms of the way that people are going to hear it, if you're not aware of those kinds of things, you'll miss a lot of stuff. Or your ears will fatigue after so many listenings, because your brain is always looking for what else is there, particularly after you know the melody and the words of the song. You're listening for the other stuff the next time you listen.
Right.
So I have such great admiration for musicians and singers, because part of the whole thing when you're going to record is to pick somebody who really has a good tone and a good sound, that the microphone is going to hear who they are as people, who they are as artists, and give us an opportunity to document that. And you want to place it just right, and you don't want to have things conflicting and standing in the way and covering up or anything like that. So we used to spend a significant amount of time mixing. And when we mix, it's not just about what's louder than this and what's louder than that. Placement was a huge part of that. So I think that has something also with why, whatever the groove is and however it feels, we spend so much time making sure that everything was placed in just the right way, that people still get that. So they get our intention. They don't fatigue because the sound of it is unpleasant.
Oh, man. Thank you for giving us that short lecture in placement.